On.
Namaste everyone. A very warm good evening to all. So today we have come again with a wonderful lecture on this evening, and today is our resource person under the title Beyond the Archives: Locating Indian History in Oral Narratives webinar is Dr. Gayatri, Assistant Professor, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans, Leelavati. Munshi College of Education, New Delhi. She's going to talk on the title Oral Traditions and Indian Music. And it's a very interesting topic. So we have come to the 26th of this month, we have come to another lecture. So now I request Miss Manali Momaya to introduce everyone regarding this particular session. Over to you, Manali.
Thank you very much, Nidhi. So, first of all, I would like to welcome everyone to this wonderful session. And as we move forward with our series Beyond the Archives, Locating Indian History in Oral Narratives, today's lecture takes us into a realm that is both deeply historical and profoundly emotional. That is the world of music. Music in India, it has always been more than just melody or entertainment. It has been a way of remembering, transmitting values, stories of emotion across generations, from Vedic chants and bhajans, the samas, to the tribal songs, from the ragas of classical music to the folk tunes of the countryside that do not care for any rules. Every note carries a trace of memory, every rhythm a story of belonging. In that sense, music is one of the oldest oral traditions of India, an archive of feelings, of faith, of collective identity. Even today, we start tapping our feet when we listen to age-old songs because of their continued relevance. And so, this lecture, Oral Traditions and Indian Music, invites us to listen more closely, not just to sound, but to meaning. It is therefore a great pleasure to introduce our esteemed resource person this evening, Dr. Gayatri, Assistant Professor at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's Leelavati Munshi College of Education, New Delhi. Dr. Gayatri is an educationist, a musician, and music therapist with over 18 years of experience in the fields of education, research, and performing arts. She holds an MA in English, an MEd, an MPhil, and a PhD from the University of Mysore and is a UGC NET qualified scholar. Her doctoral research focused on the effect of music based language teaching strategy on language competencies among primary school students, a pioneering study that bridges language education and music therapy, and something that I personally find very, very intriguing. Dr. Gayatri has worked extensively with institutions such as NCERT, CIIL Mysore, IGNCA, and the Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. Excuse me, and has delivered lectures and workshops across India on music therapy, educational philosophy, and an art integration in pedagogy. Beyond academia, she is also an accomplished Carnatic vocalist, trained under renowned gurus including Vidwan Shri Gopal Krishnachar and Dr. Sukanya Prabhakar. She has performed in cultural spaces from All India Radio Mysore to Ramakrishna Ashram and TTD Temple, New Delhi, and honored with the Nada Award of Excellence by the Nada Center for Music Therapy, Chennai, in 2021. She is also the creator of the YouTube channel Divine Music, Dr. Gayatri S. Lokesh, and the blog Music, Language and Mind, through which she continues to share her reflections on Indian culture, music, and education. So I invite all the viewers to visit these two platforms as well. This evening, she will help us explore how music functions as an oral archive, how it preserves tradition while also healing, educating, and inspiring. We are honored to have her with us today. Once again, Dr. Gayatri, welcome to the History Enthusiasts on behalf of both the institutions, that is the History Enthusiasts Association and the Department of English, Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi. Ma'am, over to you. The screen is yours.
Before starting my presentation, I would like to sing the Guru, Ganapati, and Saraswati mantra. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री तुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. Thank you. So in today's session, we will be discussing about oral traditions and Indian classical music. So we all know that our ancient education system, it was in oral and oral method, no? And subjects like astronomy, politics, music, economics, physics, maths, astrology, whatever the subjects which were transmitted from one generation to another generation from oral mode only. And it was possible because of the meter. They were having some musical kind of thing, that is meter, we call chandas in Kannada or in Sanskrit also. So this makes easy to memorize all those knowledge, abundance of knowledge. And also the ocean of knowledge of Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, whatever the spiritual knowledge were passed from generation to generation through oral mode only. So, and it was through the Guru Shishya Parampara. So oral traditions and Guru Shishya Parampara is a very, very important part of our Indian culture, our ancient Indian culture. The oral traditions, whatever I have told, those are the knowledge which were passed through Guru Shishya Parampara only. So Guru Shishya Parampara, it is a sacred bond between teacher and student, Guru and Shishya. It was built on the trust, respect, discipline, and devotion among the Guru. Actually, the Shishya needs to Shishya has to show show his humility, dedication, commitment to learning, as well as to the Guru. He has to show his dedication. So since more than 2000 years, more than 2000 years, Guru Shishya Parampara has contributed a lot in the field of Indian art, philosophy, spirituality, education, culture, values, so many things. So it was this Guru Shishya Parampara, or the whatever the Indian knowledge system, the Gurukula system. It was actually it was holistic approach, where the holistic approach towards the life, where knowledge is transferred through personal interactions, discussions, question and answers, and with life experiences. And it gave importance to physical, mental, and spiritual development of the and also the development of the whole personality. So this is what our oral traditions and Guru Shishya Parampara has did. Then the importance of Guru Shishya Parampara. This preservation of knowledge was a very important contribution done by the Guru Shishya Parampara. Veda, it may be Vedas, Upanishads, Ayurveda, and classical arts, whatever, they were transmitted orally only. So now only we got the book form, printed form. Otherwise, it was in oral form only. and cultural continuity also, music, dance, painting, sculpture, spirituality, whatever our food habits, medicine, whatever the knowledge, they were taught through direct training or transmitted through oral and oral mode actually. So it also contributed towards the character development of the students, and they were trained ethically, and they were the responsible citizens of that particular country. So then spiritual growth also one of the important goal of studying all these. It may be a paravidya or aparavidya. So ultimate goal was just to get the spiritual awakening. So this is what the importance of Guru Shishya Parampara. In oral, actually, Vedic chants, the most valuable tradition of humanity. This is actually recognized by the UNESCO. UNESCO actually tells that Vedic chants, our Indian Vedic chants, as the most valuable oral tradition for the whole humanity. The knowledge contents, the way of chanting of Vedas is regarded as invaluable. So it is the actually responsibility of the practitioners of the Veda, practitioners of Vedanta or Veda chants, so to preserve this culture. And and a very important thing is here, Guru Shishya Parampara in classical music also. Why Guru Shishya Parampara played a very important role in, especially in classical music, means knowing the raga and its structure is not a just by reading. You never get the knowledge about the ragas or tala. So, for example, if Maya Malava Gaula raga is there, if you read it, or if you just by reading, you cannot understand. It is by Guru's personal guidance only one can understand. For example, Maya Malava Gaula has Shuddha Rishabha, Antaragandhara. How to sing that one? Sari, Shuddha Rishabha, Gama, Padhani, Sa, Ni, Dha, Pa, Ma, Ga, Ri, Sa. Where to isolate the notes. So those are all the intricacies need to be discussed, or it will be guided by the teacher only. So all those things will be learned through proper, that is through the proper education with the guru. Under the feet of the guru only one can learn the music. Even the tala and its varieties, there are so many number of talas are there. So to learn all those things, this Guru Shishya Parampara played a very important role, because it requires the demonstration also, and also with Guru has to teach it to the students by showing, by demonstrating. Then rendering of the ragas, tana, pallavi. There are so many complications in music. Complex concepts are there in music. So all those concepts can be understood through learning through Guru Shishya Parampara only. Even techniques of playing instruments, different compositions passed from Guru to Shishya through oral mode. So whatever the compositions, if you take the example, Tyagaraja Guru Shishya Parampara is continued. So they have composed so many kirtanas. So those passes through Guru Shishya Parampara only. No printed material were available those days. All were made only through the oral mode only. Oral and oral method. So history of music. Before going to the history of music, let us just discuss about music in daily life situations. See, music, it is like our life only. In our life, it is just what to say, in each and every activities we can see the music. if we are celebrating festivals, we have certain kinds of musical instruments and music to be played. In temples, if you go to temples, we can see the bells, sound of bells, so sound of conch, sound of karatala. So many musical instruments can be seen in temples also, so which actually calms the mind. If we visit the temple, it calms the mind. Why? Because we have musical means a musical instrument played there. Then if you want to go to war, there also we use certain kinds of musical instruments, like it in Kannada we call kahale, kombu. In temples we use different varieties of musical instruments. In war we use different kinds of musical instruments. If we are attending marriage, or if we are performing marriage, we use, in South India we use mangalavadya, that is nadaswara, nagaswara. So if lullabies are different, so for to baby to sleep, lullabies can be sung. Even for gods and goddesses also, we used to sing lali hadu, that is in Kannada we say lali hadu. So usually when we were kids, we used to sing bhajans at household in the evenings. Actually, there was no though the television was there, but our important work was to sing bhajans in the evening times. But nowadays the practice of singing bhajans, it has actually vanished. So then even death also, certain kind of music will be sung, and even in birth also we sing, we use music. So like this, in each and every walks of life we use music. Without music there will be no means our life. Actually, we can say that life without music is we can't imagine. And also even Bharatanatyam, if you take the Bharatanatyam or dance also, if you want to dance, you need beats, you need rhythm, you need music. Without music there will be no dance also. So that's why Sangeeta Ratnakara says that Geetam Vadyam Tatha Nrityam Trayam Sangeetam Uchyate. Sangeeta means it is not just singing. It is it includes the three aspects, like Geetam. Geetam means that is what you sing, the lyrics. Geetam Vadyam, it will be containing the instruments also, musical instruments. Geetam Vadyam Tatha Nrityam. Also, Nrityam also is considered as music. In Sangeeta Ratnakara, he says. So this is what about music in daily life situations that we need to know. Then just imagine, if you might have observed, we all observed actually, gods and goddesses, they will be keeping one or the other musical instruments in their hands. Actually, if you see the Shiva will be having damaru and veena. Rudraveena is very famous. Ravana used to play Rudraveena. He was the proficient in playing the Rudraveena. So like Saraswati will be keeping always, we see Saraswati keeping the veena. Krishna with flute only. With flute only we can recognize he will be Krishna, like that. Then Lakshmi Narayana with a Shanka, conch. Then Ganapati likes Talavadyams like Bridangam, Tabala, etc. Then Narada and Tumburu with Tamburi and Karatala. So, and Hanuman with Karatala singing the divine name of Rama. Totally, this gods and goddesses also like this music very much. So, and also, I would, whether PPT is clear, no?
Yes, ma'am. It
You
is
know?
very clear.
So, gods and goddesses like see Ganapati. Ganapati, this Lord Ganapati likes Hamsanandi Raga. It comes like. Like this, Hamsanandi Raga will be liked by Ganapati, and also there is Ganapati Talam. That just I will play that one. It is very beautiful because he already I told you that Ganapati likes the Talavadyam. Just I would like to show you. Some lines of Ganapati Talam.
Hard work is not that important.
Whether is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Shri Ganapati Talam Vikatotkata Sundara Dandri Mukam Bhujagendra Susatpagada Varanam Gajanila Gajendra Ganadhipatim Pranatosmi Vinayaka Hasti Mukam Sura Sura Ganapati Sundara Kesham Rishi Rishi Ganapati Yajna Samanam Bhava Bhava Ganapati Padma Shariram Jaya Jaya Ganapati Divya Namaste Gajamukha Vatram Girijaputram Ganaguna Mitram Ganapati Nishapriyam Karadhrita Parashum Ganganapanim Kapalita Padmaruchim Surapati Vandyam Sundaranattam Surachita Manimakutam Pranamata Degam Prakatita Talam Shakviri Talamidam Tattat Shakviri Talamidam Tattat Shakviri Talamidam Lambodara Varakunja Surakrita Kumkuma Varnadharam Shveda Sashringam Modagahastam Pridi Sapanasapalam Nayanatraya Varanaga Vibhushita Nana Ganapatigam Tattan Nayanatraya Varanaga Vibhushita Nana Ganapatigam Tattan Nana Ganapatigam Tattan Nana Ganapatigam Dhavalita Jaladhara Dhavalita Chandram Panimani Kirana Vibhushita Khadgam Tanu Tanu Vishadhara Shula Kapalam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Ganapati Mabhayam Dhavalita Jaladhara Dhavalita Chandram Panimani Kirana Vibhushita Khadgam Tanu Tanu Vishadhara Shula Kapalam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Ganapati Mabhayam Kada Kada Vikalita Mata Jala Jaladita Ganapati Vadyamidam Kata Kata Vikalita Mata Jala Jaladita Ganapati Vadyamidam Tattat Ganapati Vadyamidam Tattat Ganapati Vadyamidam
Tatkadinnam tarikutar janaku kukutatti kukutagita dindingu diguna kukutatti tattajam jam tarita tajam jam tarita tagata jam jam tarita tajam jam tarita taridana tadana jonuta jonu dimita kadakadakadum takita kadakadakadum takita kadakadakadum tam
Shashikalita Shashikalita Maulinam Shulinam Vimala Shubha Kamala Jala Padukam పాణినం ధిత్తగిడ 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 దత్తో ప్రవచగన గుణగచిత శోభనం శోభితం ధిత్తగిడ 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 దత్తో సులభుజ సరసిజ విశాలకం పోషణం గటగిడ తగతగిడ తగతగిడ దత్తో వనసఫల కదలి ఫల మోదనం మోదకం ధిత్తగిడ 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 దత్తో ప్రణత గురు శివతనయ గణపతి తాళనం గణపతి తాళనం గణపతి తాళనం.
So this is what Ganapati Tala. So Tala is rhythm. So it is really actually it attracts the attention of the listeners actually. So Ganapati also like this Ganapati Talam. Then if we go to Shiva Ranjani, that is Shiva, it is spelling mistake is there. You please read it as Shiva Ranjani. So Shiva likes the Shiva Ranjani raga, and Shanmuga Subramanya Swami likes the Shanmugha Priya raga. Then Parvati, Pahadi raga. Pahadi, here it is Parvata. Pahadi means in North India, it means Parvata. So she is Parvata Rajakumari, no? Parvati is. That's why, so Pahadi is related to Parvati and she likes it. And Saraswati Raga, Saraswati for Saraswati Mata, Saraswati Raga is there. Then Lakshmi Shri Raga. You might have heard like Shri Varalakshmi, Shri Varalakshmi Namastubhyam. It is in Shri Raga. Shri means Lakshmi. So Hanumatodi. Snake gods and goddesses, they like Punnagavarali. So these are the some of the ragas I have mentioned. There are so many ragas like this, so which are related to gods and goddesses of our ancient, means our culture. So let us go to the Samaveda and music. So why? Because our very important thing is just a second, that so in Indian classical music, it has the credit of discovering Saptaswaras actually. Saptaswaras, that what we sing Sarigama Padanisa, it actually we Indians, actually ancient Vedic period itself, we discovered the Saptaswaras for the first time in the world itself, okay, of music history. It also contributed raga and tala system. Then Manodharma Sangita, Laya, Bhava, and Rasa, especially emotions. 9 Navarasas are there, no? Navarasas, concept of Navarasa in the music, in the field of music. So here, Samaveda actually, Indian, frankly to say, this Indian classical music dates back to Vedas and even prior to Vedic period actually. During the Indus Valley civilization also, we can see we can trace the origin of the music, that is classical music, in even Mohenjo-daro, Harappa civilization in 1500 to 600 BC of Indus Valley too. But the swaras, that is Sarigama Padani, were discovered during the Vedic period only. So that is in Samaveda, we can see especially the Samaveda is called as Sangita Veda. These Vedas were sung in these swaras, which are called actually Shruti Patana actually. During actually Samaveda, during Samaveda period, we had only 3 swaras that I will explain in the next slide actually. So let us know about Samaveda and music. So already I told you, already I mentioned that Samaveda, it represents the music itself. That's why it is called Sangita Veda also. In Samaveda, usually we sung the mantras of the Rig Veda. It is Samaveda is not that is special. It is only the mantras were sung melodiously. The Rig Veda mantras, that is called as Sama actually. During the time of the Yajna, it was actually it was a tradition to invoke and invite the devatas, gods and goddesses, by singing the hymns which are very dear to them, so dedicated to them, and recite the mantras while submitting to them, offering, that is havisu, while offering the havisu through the Agni. This Samaveda or Samagana used to be sung, used to sung during the yagnas only. The group of priests used to sing, 3-4 priests used to sing the mantras from the Rig Veda, and it was means it was set to the tala and raga. So it was like that. It is called as, that's why it is called a Samagana. So even Chandogya Upanishad also mentions about the etymological meaning of Sama. Samaveda, that is actually Sama has been derived from the Sa and Ma. Sa denotes Richa. Richa means nothing but shlokas only. And Ama denotes Alap, that is singing of Richas along with Alap, with musical, certain musical notes. Therefore, the singing of Vedic mantras with melody and rhythm is called as Samagana. So total out of 1,549 mantras in Samaveda Sanhita, as many as 1,474 mantras are taken from Rigveda only. So Samaveda contains only the Rigveda mantras which are sung sung with certain ragas, that is three swaras, and with the set to the talas. Then most of the mantras are Gayatri Chandas. I mentioned you in the earlier itself, Chandas are the meter made them to memorize the whole ocean of the knowledge. So here this Samaveda mantras are set to in Gayatri Chandas, while some are in Pragata Chandas also. It is said the term Sama is composed of Sa, which stands for Rik, Vedic mantra, and Ama means various notes that I have already, that is in Brihat Upanishad, it is also mentioned. So Samaveda is a musical rendering of the selected mantras from Rig Veda. Sama took Matu words actually. Matu means words. In Kannada also Matu is words from Rig Veda, and provided Dhatu. Dhatu means the musical substance to these words. Whatever the music suits for that Matu, that is words. So that will be used for the singing of the Samaveda. So Samaveda, perhaps the earliest known musical literature, because in this literature only, the music regarding the swaras, regarding the music, musical instruments also discussed. That's why this is called as the first and foremost important literature on music. So I would like to play some of the Samaveda audios, only one audio, just because at that time we don't have much time. Just Samaveda.
This is the house that I grew up in, and I lived there for 20 years. Look at the roof, made of cement sheet.
So actually these are the chants. These are the Samagana, Samavedas chants. So it comes like this. It is having three notes actually, like Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, we call it as. Initially, only three swaras were used for Samagana actually. Udatta means high pitch actually. Anudatta means low pitch. That is, we call it as in Sangeeta, in musical keywords like high pitch, low pitch, that is mandrasthai, tarasthai, and swarita is, it is a combination of high and low notes actually. So these with these three notes they used to sing the samagana actually. Gradually seven Samavedic swaras were evolved. What are the seven swaras? That is Sarigama Padani. These are the seven swaras evolved gradually with the Samaveda itself. So in Samaveda, they have mentioned four types of instruments also. That is a stringed instrument, that is Veena played a very important place. There very varieties of Veenas were mentioned in the Samaveda. Then wind instruments like flute is mentioned, and also leather instruments like dundhubi and bhumi dundhubi, a drum instrument. Then metallic instruments like aghati. These are the instruments were mentioned in the Samaveda. So now it is called as Sushirvadya. Stringed instruments are called as string instruments are called as Tatavadya. Then wind instruments are Sushirvadya. Leather instruments are called as Avanadhya Vadya, and Ghana Vadya is called as metallic instruments. So Tatavadya is stringed instruments, whatever Veena, it may be Veena, it may be sitar, it may be even violin also. So these all comes under the Tatavadya. Sushir is flute, like wind instruments. They are like flute, clarinet, or there are so many wind instruments are there. Then leather instruments like mridanga, tabla, all these comes under Avanadha Vadya. Then Ghana instruments like Kartala, Tala, all these comes under metallic instruments, Ghanavadya. So these are all the things were mentioned in Samaveda. And even there are so many works which gives information on classical music, like Narada's Sangita Makaranda gives information on music concepts. There were so many concepts were discussed in Narada's Sangita Makaranda. Ramayana and Mahabharata also talks about Jati Ragas and Grama Ragas. Then Bharata's Natya Shastra, it is very, very important work for musicians, because it gives so much of detail about the not only music but also dance, drama, everything, even the emotions. Regarding emotions, also mentioned Navarasas. Each and every aspects of music is explained in detail, in depth in Bharata's Natya Shastra. It is very important work for musicians actually, source for musicians. Some even some other literary works of music are like Brihadeshi in 9th century. Matanga wrote Brihadeshi. It is a great music book which introduced raga concept and its classification of Sampurna, Shadava, Audava, which enriched the classical Carnatic music. Sampurna means the ragas having all swaras, all seven swaras. Like, for example, Kalyani Raga is a Sampurna Raga. It contains all the seven swaras, even 72 Melakartas. Ragas are all Sampurna Ragas because it contains all the seven swaras. Though it is Sarigama Padanisa, because of the changes in Rigamadani. See here in Carnatic, in music, in classical music, we have two kinds of swaras, that is Prakriti Swara and Vikriti Swara. Prakriti Swara, it won't changes. it is fixed actually. Sa pa is the fixed are the fixed swaras, and rigamadani or they are vikriti swaras because they changes. For example, sari, this is Shuddha Rishabha, sari Chaturshruti Rishabha, sari, that is Shatshruti Rishabha. Like that, re has three variations, ga has some other variations, antragandhara, sadharana gandhara, then kakali nishada, kaishiki nishada, shuddha madhyama, pratimadhyama. Like that, all swaras other than sapa, all swaras changes. So that is what because of that only we get the 72 different melakarta ragas. So all melakarta ragas are sampurna ragas. Then shadava and audava. Shadava means 6 swaras, audava means 5 swaras. For example, Sagamadani sa sanida magasa, like that. This only containing of 5 notes or 5 swaras will be called as audava ragas. So these kinds of information is given in Brihadeshi. Then Gita Govinda. In Gita Govinda, so it is the 12th century work by Jayadeva of Odisha. He composed Gita Govinda in Sanskrit language. It is also called as, it is in Ashtapadi the meter. So then some other works in the south, that is Tamil literature. Tolkappiyam. This text is the pioneer for the both grammar as well as music. And it mentions about so many musical instruments also, and it also discusses about the grammar of music, which whatever we have in present day, those are all the things were discussed in the Tolkappiyam. So then Shilapadikaram by Tamil poet Illango. It is the second. He is the in second century. He was a poet. He actually tells about the bamboo flutes and other music related details are given in Shilapadikaram. Then in Gupta's period also, they have actually contributed in the field of music and Sanskrit also. Not only in science and technology, but they have contributed in the field of music and Sanskrit also. Whatever we heard that gold coins were minted during the Samudragupta period. That Samudragupta period, that coin has the picture of the Samudragupta. He was playing the veena. That picture was given. So it shows that how much importance was given to music. That we can understand with this coin. So then even in Karnataka also, Kalyani Chalukya, king of Karnataka in 12th century, he wrote Manasolasa, which mentions about many other topics like politics, geography, so many things, like poetry also, games also, dance also. Along with, he gives more information on music also, and also he gives information on astrology, so many things. Along with, he gave information on music also, Manasolasa. It is also very important work for musicians. Then South Indian music in medieval and modern period, because whatever the this Samaveda, no, it is applicable to both Hindustani as well as Carnatic music. But here now I am just as a since I am a Kannadiga and I am a Carnatic musician, so I would like to tell more about South Indian music also. So Purandaradasa is considered to be the Karnataka Pitamaha of Karnataka Shastriya Sangeeta. So he lived around 1484 to 1564. So he simplified the music also. Why he is called as Sangeeta Pitamaha? Because before the musical concepts are very, very complex. The ordinary man cannot even touch the music. He cannot approach to the music because it was that much complex. So what he did, he simplified the tala. The first thing is he simplified the talas. For example, he gave one shloka for talas. Dhruvo matya rupakascha jhampe triputa evacha attatala ekatalascha saptatala prakirtitaha. Like this, he gave the shloka for this, because before there are more than 100 varieties of talas were there. They are like Sharabanandana used to count 100 times, like one counting the fingers, then counting in the air. So it was like 100 times one has to count the tala. So it was so much complex. Then he simplified the tala system also. He made 7 talas, under 7 talas. So total 35 jatis will come. Total of 35 varieties of talas will be formed among these 7 main talas. So then he also contributed in the field of Dasarapada also. He also composed Dasarapadas, which are very simple means to do the Sankirtan for common people. And also these Sankirtans not only prizes the gods and goddesses, but also it gave the message to the society regarding it may be ethics, it may be how to live a simple and great life. So many things, great message is given in that Haridasa Sahitya. Even Kanakadasa also wrote many Kanakadasa. There are so many Haridasas are there. They have contributed. So Purandaradasa is one of the important Haridasa who also contributed Dasa Sahitya. Before Purandaradasa also many people used to write the Haridasa Sahitya. So he is one of the important among them actually. Then Venkatamukhi also classified the Venkatamukhi of in Tamil Nadu. Venkatamukhi classified the Melakarta ragas, Janya ragas systematically. So I have discussed, I have mentioned earlier that Melakarta ragas, Janya ragas, like Melakarta ragas are having the complete 7 swaras, which are called as Janaka ragas also. Janya ragas are which takes birth from the Melakarta ragas. For example, if we take the example of Maya Malagaula, we have so many ragas. There are so many Janya ragas. So main raga will be the Maya Malagaula only. One or the 2 swaras will be taken out, or that will be rearranged. So it will become the Janya ragas. So Venkatamukhi classifies those Melakarta ragas systematically and Janya ragas also systematically. Then later Tyagaraja Swami, he composed many songs, kritis on Sri Rama, and Muthuswami Dikshitar, then Shama Shastri. These 3 composers are called as Trinity in Carnatic music. So they have composed many criticisms in Carnatic music, and they have popularized Carnatic music. So then other than that, I would like to mention some other information. Just a second. Just I will whether it is actually I don't have that details. Okay, so this is what music. It is the history of our Indian music. So through these all stages, it has come now. The modern music is what we are singing has gone through all these stages. So with this, I would like to conclude my lecture on music and oral traditions. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was indeed a very beautiful and thought provoking lecture. Thank you so much. And it was symbolic to indicate that Bharat always was a country of music, and people staying over here were always the lovers of music. And thank you so much for again letting us know that. Thanks a lot. Now, with your permission, can I take some questions mentioned by the audience?
Yes, 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 please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So there is a question by Nandan Shastri ji, who is honorary president of the History Enthusiasts. And the question is, as there is a recent trend of digital shift like YouTube, is there focus on technical proficiency rather than the emotional depth and spiritual essence of the music?
Sorry, it is not audible properly.
No,
Yes.
ma'am. Okay,
Once again.
I'll repeat the question again. It's also there on your screen. You can also see it. Um,
Okay. One
as
minute.
there is a recent trend of digital shift like YouTube, is
Hmm.
there focus on technical proficiency rather than the emotional depth and spiritual essence of the music?
So here, what is happening? No, nowadays even AI is coming. That is really when uh, the original talent. It may be really a bad thing for the talented people actually. So it has to be changed. AI should not be this, especially the bhakti and the bhava rasa, that navarasa should be, even if you listen to it in front of, means live uh, concerts are really better than this whatever we listen through the uh, technical devices. So we need to give importance to the live performances. That is what my opinion. And also AI, using AI and technology, that can be even for what for preserving we can use it, but for learning, for presentations and all, if we use live presentations, that will be very nice. For if you want to take the music as a therapy, no, if you are listening the live performances, then only you can understand the emotions in that particular music piece of music. So for the preserving purposes we can use it, but for learning and other things we need to be that we have to follow the guru shishya parampara. That is very, very important.
Very true, ma'am. Artificial intelligence can be a threat
Mm.
to such art forms. Of course,
Yes.
we agree to that. Ma'am, our next question is by Manali,
Mm.
who is founder president of the History Enthusiast. Her question is directly related to the Guru Shishya Parampara, and the question is the Guru Shishya relationship was built on trust, surrender, and ethical living. Do you
Mm.
think modern institutions and music schools can still embody this ethos in the same spirit? And here, ma'am, I want to add one more sentence on my part. That is, nowadays we have online platforms which teach classical music virtually.
Mhm.
Like Shankar Mahadevan's Institute is there, and multiple such artists have done that. So, can it harm the Guru Shishya Parampara, according to you?
So the first question was So related to Guru Shishya Parampara, no? What was that? Can you repeat it? First one?
Yes, ma'am. I'll repeat it again. The
Yes,
Guru
yes.
Shishya.
It is in modern, yes, of course, in modern world also, whatever the music education, no, that is untouched by a modern education system, because we have even in universities also very less number of students they are pursuing the music like Guru Shishya Parampara only. And it is not actually like whatever the subjects, other subjects were spoiled, no, like that it has not been spoiled. So it is in original condition only. So it is passing like in universities also they are teaching in a traditional way, that is through oral mode only, and they give importance to the all whatever the gurus were instructing in olden days, the same thing they are also doing in the university level also. But in schools level it is not happening. I actually sorry to say this, because at schools level it is not implemented properly, but at university level it is really systematic, and traditional way only it is continuing. So, and other thing, other question, what was your other question?
Yes, ma'am. My question was that nowadays we have certain platforms,
Ha, ha, ha.
like we where we pay and attend the class,
Hmm.
such as Shankar Mahadevan's platform
Yes,
is
yes,
there.
yes,
Many
yes, yes,
such
yes.
artists have done. So, do
Hmm.
you think that these platforms are threat to the Guru Shishya Parampara of learning classical music?
But live is always better. But if there is no opportunity to learn, you can learn through virtually also, but always I suggest live classes are always better. That is my this one my opinion. Of course you can use virtual, but sometimes it is limited. I feel it is limited one.
We
If
lose
you
human
want,
touch in virtual mode.
yes, yes, yes.
That's true.
Hmm.
Ma'am, there is one more question by Manali.
Hmm.
Modern audiences often enjoy the melody but may not be aware of the spiritual essence behind each raga. How could we change experience of people uh, classical music today by reintroducing the context? That is her question.
So it depends on the singer, how she or he presents. And nowadays, what is happening? It is like music. It is the classical music is used with fusion music is we are using fusion music also. So what is happening, the whatever the pure form of the music is not being enjoyed by the listeners. If you are really a serious, but most of the people like the these kind of music only, that what is that fusion music only, but they enjoy the only the rhythm, not the meaning, not the emotions. Even even in the whatever we sing, no, we ragas have its own emotions. For example, I sing one raga like morning raga. Hmm, if you are trying to explain the beauty of morning, birds are chirping, then river water is flowing so nicely, then you are trying to, sun is rising, you are trying to explain the beauty of the uh, early morning scene. So how you can explain that with the music also, you can explain. So like this, just I will sing. Mm. Ah, 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 మెలుకోవయ్యా మమ్మేలుకో రామా రామా రామా. So please get up already. Sun has came out, so you please get up like that. So you are telling the beauty of the raga. You are just that raga evokes the rasa of beauty of the morning, beauty of the morning. So this is what each and every raga has, that need to be one has to visualize in while singing, and even while listening also one has to be careful what she is going to sing, what he or she is singing. So one has to be good listener also, and of course the singer has the responsibility of communicating the particular raga's characteristics. That is very, very essential as a musician.
Yes, ma'am. There is another question by me actually.
Mhm.
What is the history behind a particular raga to be sung at different phases of the day, and how was it characterized? I mean, how was it divided?
Because see, some ragas have different notes, even not only the notes, because all the notes are same in Melakarta ragas and all, but already I mentioned you the rigamadani vikrita swaras and prakriti swaras are there. So because of that variations in the vikriti swaras, and then also the kampana, what where some in some places, in some ragas we need to give some stress, okay, so which actually changes the mood of that particular raga. Understood? So for example, it has to be explained through demonstration only. If I am telling, if I am explaining, like sugar will be sweet, sweet, you can't understand. So for example, one raga is there, Shubha Pantu Varali. So in the, it is a very pathetic raga. So we have to give some stress to some swaras also, like mm, mm, ah, na, na, like this. And for example, even another Darbari Kannada, you might have heard about Darbari Kannada. It is also if you sing slowly, it will become pathetic raga. If you sing little fast, it will be like it will be playful raga. So for example, I will sing that. प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम. Feeling like, means if you are singing with involvement, I feel like crying sometimes. If I sing some Todi Raga also, if I sing Todi Raga, I feel like crying. Whatever the stress is stress inside with me, whatever inside me, if there is a stress, it come out by singing itself. So each and every raga rasa changes on the basis of the notations and notes, and then the kampana, that where we give stress to that particular note. So this is what and see, if, for example, if I give the example of Hamsadvani, Sariga Panisa Sani Pagarisa, Sariga Panisa Sani Pagarisa. What kind of rasa you are experiencing? Can you tell me? Whether it is lively or very pathetic?
Lively. I'm feeling lively, ma'am. Lively.
So like that only Mohana also.
Shringara rasa, I'm feeling it is.
Yes. So the swaras and the stress where we give the swaras, where we give the stress for that particular swaras, so that defines that actually changes the rasa of that particular raga. Even with one raga you can sing varieties of rasas in one single raga. So this is what I would like to say.
Beautifully answered, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
We have another question by Vinayak. Ma'am,
Okay.
if nobody understands the rare ragas anymore,
Mhm.
should the artist still bother playing them? That's the question.
Yes, of course. Learning new things is always better. It is a good idea. So one should learn. And
Thank you, ma'am.
also, our teacher used to say, even you might have heard about Bhairavi Venkat Subbaiah. Have you heard? He was the Asthana Gayaka of Chitradurga's
Yes, ma'am.
Chitradurga kingdom. So
Yes.
his guru used to tell, just master in one raga, that is, take up one raga, master in one raga, that itself is enough. Even my teacher also used to tell, don't sing so many songs, so many ragas, just you sing one raga, and just you get into it, you try to understand completely. That is very very essential. My guru also used to tell. So so many great musicians told that this one raga is mastering one raga is better than learning the surfaces of the raga, different ragas.
Thank you, ma'am. Another question again by Manali.
Okay.
In contemporary music, especially film and fusion,
Hmm.
traditional ragas still appear,
Hmm.
such as if we see Sanjay Leela Bansali's movies, majority of his songs are classical based.
Hmm.
Sometimes subtly, sometimes transformed. Do you think these divine associations survive in modern reinterpretations?
Yes, of course. But in film music, no, they never, only few compositions or few songs are in classical, pure classical music. But most of the songs are in Mishra ragas only. So usually we cannot say completely this is belong to this raga. So it is mix of different ragas will be there. Even in Bhavagite, also in Karnataka, you might have heard about Bhavagite. So it is not like Karnataka Shastriya Sangita or classical music. Of course, in North India, they have used even in South India also. In Malaya Maruta, you might have watched the movie. There also we can see the ragas are used, but generally they use Mishra ragas.
Will that be a threat, ma'am? I mean, what do you think? Is that a threat to the
Of
classical
course,
tradition?
for learners, because if you are at learning stage, it will be definitely a threat. Because if you listen to different things, and if you are learning music also, you will be get confused which raga it belongs to. First of all, as a student, you should learn classical music. If you want to be a musician, good musician, you should learn music correctly, systematically. The grammar of the music should be learned properly, then you can learn, then you can sing the other music. Whenever see, I am giving my example itself. I used to compete in Bhavagita competition, film music competition, so many competitions in used patriotic songs, so many competitions like singing competitions. I used to get so many prizes. Means in all competitions, I used to get first prize only in those days. I used to take all those prizes, awards to my music teacher, and I was very proud that I got awards from this particular music competition. I was feeling proud that, and also I thought, I was thinking that music teacher may also appreciate, but rather he actually rebuked me. he discouraged me to sing those particular songs, because now you are learning Carnatic music. You should learn the music systematically first. First, try to understand the correct grammar, correct ragas. What are the ragas? Then what rasa, what talas, everything you learn it correctly. Then you can sing whatever. Even you can sing the what is that Western music also. So he was discouraging me. So I am also actually, as my teacher has told all those things, I also just say, I also give support to that particular statement. So initially we should learn systematically the music. Later we can, otherwise it will be threat for musicians.
Thank you, ma'am. There is a re-question by Vinayak, and the question is, ma'am, are we losing all the special tiny sounds of regional
Sorry,
music just?
sorry, what?
I'll read it out again. Are we losing all the special tiny sounds of
Okay.
regional music just to make lessons easy for everyone? That is the
Yes,
question.
yes, of course, of course. There are so many intricacies in the raga, so many things to be learned from the teachers face to face. So if you want to learn see, for basic classes, you can learn in the group, in virtual way, in whatever you were asking about the Mahadevan class or something, no, like that you can learn through virtual way. But if you want to learn the complex things like a Pallavi, Tana, Raga, Tana, Pallavi, all those things needs the presence of the teacher. That is face to face, always face to face is very, very essential. Though the virtual is face to face, but one cannot tell all the details. So it is always better. We definitely miss the all those things, whatever the teeny intricacies, all those things we definitely miss if we are not following a traditional way of learning music.
Thank you, ma'am. So we are taking the last question of the session.
Okay.
And the audience, if you have any other questions, please post it in the comment box. Later on, we will text the question to the resource person and get back with the answer. So the last question of the session is asked by Saumya, and the question is, how do oral traditions of music, myths, and folklore shape historical consciousness?
Yes, of course. Whatever, see, from the beginning of the our civilizations like Harappan, Mohenjo-daro, there also music was there. Our Indian music. Then in Vedas, the classical music was formed. So all these stages, whatever we have discussed today, all these points, no. So in Samaveda, it tells about the Mandrasthai, Tarasthai, and Samasthai. So all these things, no, which are really useful for the music learners. And also whatever we are learning because of all these, whatever mentioned in the Samaveda only, because of Samaveda, because of the our Vedas, Gandharva, it is called as Gandharva Vidya actually. So since we don't have actually dates, actually, it is related to, I have shown you the pictures of the gods and goddesses. They were keeping their musical instruments in their hands. How can one can tell the history? So it is more than historical, what to say, it is time, it has not time bound actually. It is like Ananta, we call it as Ananta, no? Ananta, and it is really, it construct the greatest history from the beginning, actually. So we should be proud of it. We should be proud of it that we have such a great music that is not just a music for entertainment. It is a divinity also. It is a spirituality also. It tells about the spiritual. This music is not only for the entertainment. So music tells about the spirituality. If you take the Tyagaraja Swami's Sankirtana, one kirtana, just I want to give one example. Nabhi Hrit Kantha Rasana. He tells that how the nada has created. Nabhi Hritkantha Rasana. Nabhi Hritkantha Rasana. Nasadulayandu Nashobhillu Saptaswara. So here we have in music three components like raga, bhava, tala, and the sound. Nada is called a sound in modern English. Actually, in English we call it as sound. No, so how the sound of this 7 swaras is produced means nabi means it is from the navel, then hrid heart, kantha then it is from the throat, and then the nasa adula means with tongue, rasana and nasa adula. Rasana means tongue, and then nasika means this nose. So all these organs actually produces the sound, not only the mouth, not only the tongue, not only the what is that this throat is producing the sound. These are all the nabi, hrit, kantha, rasana, all these organs. Because of all these organs only the swara, sapta swaras has come. They have emerged. The sound has produced. So why? Because this music tells about so many things. This is only one thing. Like even in Tyagaraja Swami's Pancharatna Kirtana, Sadhinchane, one Pancharatna Kirtana comes in Arabi Raga. He tells very beautifully that if you are having so many problems, you have to face it. You have to be patient. You have to face it like that. Talu kommanene vyathagalgite talu kommanene vyathagalgite talu kommanene. Talu kommane means in Telugu, you have to bear it. You have to patiently, you have to bear it, all the problems. Then you will be the king of your own mind. Like that, you get so much of guidance from those great compositions. So it is only a small example. You need to see the lyrics also. It really actually tells about the glory of our history. What it tells actually, it tells about what is our even it, not only it tells about the history also, but it tells about the psychology also. It gives mental power to our mind. It gives a power to our mind also. So there are so many things can be learned apart from history also. Forming the history, we can learn so many things from our classical music.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, with your permission, can I take one last question of the
Yes,
one of the participants?
yes.
Yeah, again, there's a question by Vinayak, and the question is all this new musical mixing a sign of growth, or is the old tradition simply giving up?
Of course, we have to change, but not. But what is happening? No, the singers' capacities are not known only by playing the instruments. Before and all, no, the singer was the center of the that particular performance. His capabilities are very, very essential. But now what happened? So all the musical instrumentalists, they play whatever, and a very minimal role of the singer. So it is, for a singer, it is really a lacuna, and it is the old way of singing is really good with limited instruments. Of course, each and everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. So here advantages are so many musical instruments. The audience may enjoy the music of the instruments, musical instruments also, whatever the music produced by the musical instruments, no. Yeah, the audience may enjoy. Some audience, they give preference to the very important thing, that is for the singing. They may feel, what is this? So they may feel bad also. The even traditional or orthodox musicians may feel bad about that. So each and everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. So in my opinion, I actually prefer with less instruments and with traditional way. That is more authentic, and it will be more shastriya. Like it will be, shastra means science, no? So it will be very scientific, systematic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering all the questions very patiently and beautifully, of course, with your melodious singing. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I request Kavita ma'am to say her thoughts.
Thank you, Nidhi. The questions were very beautiful. Very silly, in fact. And Dr. Gayatri Madam, she started, she touched every, before pre-Vedic period, Harappa Mohindra, how it was, and later Vedic period, how it was, and modern period also. She tried to cover everything almost. Of course, it is very difficult to cover within hours everything. We cannot cover, but still she has tried to cover everything. And one problem is in the audience, they are not trained musicians. They are very common listeners of music. So maybe music has actually no language. I mean, music itself is a language. So that is one positive point. Like everyone understands it, though they are not trained.
It's universal language.
That's why so many people change. Though they are not trained in music, so it's like a river. Music is like a river. As the river flows from mountain till ocean, it takes, wherever it flows, it takes the strength from that soil, isn't it? So many places it moves. And music also, if it is vocal, it is breath. If it is instrument, it's wavelength of a wind. So it takes strength from wherever it flows, wherever, no? The place where it is tuned, or wherever, breath also, music, it is when it is vocal. How you said, use the word stress, isn't it? So music is like that, like a river. So though even those oral singers, before it was Karnataki, before it was Hindustani, it was nothing. It was just music.
Yes.
It was just music. So then also, even today the singer, those, you don't know which raga, but they sing it perfectly. I have seen in these television contests, some of the singers, they perform so well, exactly like Lata Manish, they try to sing. They sing perfectly, but they don't know which raga. No, so maybe it's because we have some rhythm we call in language, and mattu, pettu, like some gati. These are common. These are the very common words which are used in common singing, not learned, not much trained singers. No, so I think these are some pettu, not raga, pettu. We say tala in tradition, I mean, the classical one. But where it is not classical, where it is oral, there is no raga is not named, but just a sing. So, as in kitchen we have medicine, no? Just like that. So we don't know, we just use it. So oral oral singers also just use it. And I think the later period, we named different ragas. We gave the names, but it was in practice in oral practitioner. Later it was brought it to the no, shastras. Shiva was using all singing, dance, everything he was using. He was a practitioner. But later, who brought it into book? Natya Shastra was written later on, but it was earlier practiced by Lord Shiva. So he was like it was an oral tradition. He was there in oral tradition. Shiva was practicing it, but that was documented into book by Sir was there. He was listening to us. So I think so, and even our some Soumya was asking regional influence. What I feel, these ragas have history. Maybe I have not read ragas historically, but I feel when I listen to Pahadi rag when I listen to, it has no, as in Pahad means there are so many mountains and jharanas are there. How if you give a shout, how it reflects from those echo and all that jharna. So all that influence we can see in Pahadi rag. So I think every raga has got deep raga, maybe has some regional birthplace in some area of where maybe dry land, not much Pahadi area. That is the place maybe deep raga must have taken birthplace. I don't know. I have to read, but I guess the way where we need that. So I think we have to explore it at only on this point. We can have one more lecture maybe, or one more paper can be written on this particular which raga born in which region. Maybe that possibility is there. That only this point we can take and some articles can be written on this.
Yes.
This topic is very, very deep, very vast. It is. So you try to cover everything in 1 hour. So it was very difficult to cover. But only this point can be dealt with in deep. So it can be one PhD can be done on this only this topic, regional influence and how each raga born out of each region, and mood also, moods. Every day we have all the 7 rasas come, 9 rasas come in our daily life. Morning our mood is one, and after each hour it is different mood. So these are the moods in a rural life, no? We all hide our emotions and our moods in our city setup. But in rural area, their rasas, they come out like anything. They flow. So, and how natural their rasas are, their music is also without any name, without any label. They sing it. So maybe that is the origin of all the ragas come, but they don't know which raga they are singing. We have named them, we have labeled them in Shastras. They just don't know anything, but they sing it. And mixing up the ragas, as Vinayak was asking, I don't think it is a threat. We have dishes, no? There was earlier our Aji, grandmothers, they give one dish, and mother gives, she comes from other state, father comes from other state, and they know 2 different dishes, and the son and daughter, they mix up the things and they make different dish, a new dish. So our ragas are also like that. So I don't think it's a threat, but okay, as you said, the beginners must learn the pure ragas. You should know the originality, purity, and after all that, only after that you can have experiments. What you said, it's right. Only knowing the basic things is important, but mixing up ragas, not no. It's maybe new raga may take birth, so it is not a threat. but as Dr. Gayatri Madam said, don't do it unless you know the basics. So basic must be learned first, and later on you should know the basics. As in cooking, also you should know the basics. Otherwise, you may not be able to eat that dish. If you and colors also seven all the colors. If you know how to mix the colors, you can experiment in creating new colors. You can experiment with making new ragas. Otherwise, we don't know how it end up making some just noise, not raga. So thank you. It's what I felt. It was very good presentation. We got a lot of knowledge from your lecture. Thank you very much, Dr. Gayatri.
Well, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Thank you so much.
Namaste,
we have
sir. With Gayatri Madam, sir is also there. Her supporter, sir is sitting there. Lokesh, sir. Namaste to you also.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Namaste, namaste.
ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, namaste.
Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am. So now we have come to the end of the session. I request Nandan Shastri ji, Honorary President of the History Enthusiast Association, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Before proposing vote of thanks, let me state that economic and social changes in the modern India pose additional threats to the oral tradition. The end of royal patronage after British rule forced many classical musicians to struggle financially. The shift from an expert dedicated audience to a mass consumer base has made commercial success a necessity for survival, shifting priorities away from preserving traditional values. Dr. Gayatri, your content of the slides and the quality we appreciate a lot, and uh, your devotion to Indian music is also very appreciable. And the question and answer sessions also was very interesting. And Professor Kavita Kusugal also summarized very nicely uh, the entire uh, gist of the theme of our today's talk. Uh, I thank Nidhi and Manali also for taking pains in preparation, and uh, I thank the audience also. Astu, namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. And I also thank you for being available for the history enthusiasts always. Before signing off, I would announce the information regarding tomorrow's lecture, as the audience can see on the screen. So, tomorrow we have another wonderful resource person entitled Manjusha Naik, who is Assistant Professor and HOD, Department of History, K. Lokapur College, Athani. And tomorrow's lecture will be in Kannada. As we are staying in Karnataka, it was very much important to have a lecture in Kannada. Manjusha ma'am is going to talk on the title Athaniya Tilak Smarakada Maukika Itihasa. I request all the audience to join us at the same time, 8 p.m. IST. Thank you so much. Have a very wonderful night and weekend. Shubhratri. Namaskar.